01000 665 949. BBC Radio Lincolnshire.
Now, I wonder, at what age do you actually get into gardening? I mean, for some, I suppose it's when we've more time on our hands, perhaps when we retire. Others are naturally born with green fingers, perhaps. Well, my next guest is a particularly young gardener, only 18 years old, and is already the allotment chairman on behalf of Heckington Parish Council. Lawrence Motley wants to make gardening and horticulture more appealing for the younger generation, and he joins us now. Good morning to you, Lawrence.
Good morning.
So you're going to have to tell us your story, Lawrence. How did you get into gardening? You weren't just born with a trowel in your hand, were you?
Near enough, yeah. So from a very young age, when sort of preschool age, when my mum and dad was at work full time, I used to spend a lot of time with my grandma in her garden because she's a very keen gardener. So from that sort of age, I've always been helping her stuff. And then when I got into sort of secondary, and I couldn't, I didn't have much free time to be with her, I decided to take on an allotment. And we was once on a holiday, and we got an email from the council saying, "Can you be here, tomorrow?" So we actually cut the holiday short to go and see one of the allotments that we'd been offered. Wow.
So, I mean, what is it in particular about gardening and horticulture that appeals to you, Lawrence?
I think it's the aspect of, you can plant a seed and watch it grow. I get a massive satisfaction from that. And, just being out in nature and sort of I enjoy seeing the end product, sort of raising things. It's a bit like raising chicks, they grow from this little tiny thing into something they get eggs from. It's like that. You plant a seed and at the end of it you get these big and wonderful flowers and vegetables.
And we hear an awful lot about how being outdoors, and we talk about it a lot in the programme, about how being outdoors can help with our mental health. Do you find that as well?
Massively, yeah. I'm a big believer in being outdoors, helping mental health. I've had issues myself, and having my allotment has really, really helped. I know a lot of people that say if it wasn't for the allotment, I don't know where I'd be today. I think it's just being out there in nature with, just at peace with yourself and with nature, and with no issues to really come across.
So as allotment chairman then, what do you do? What's your job?
So it's my job to sort of relay any messages from plot holders to the council, and also vice versa from the council to the plot holders. I organise and hold meetings at the local pavilion for the plot holders to come, and we'll discuss certain matters and any issues that they want to raise. It's quite an easy job, I suppose.
Well, careful now. Saying it's easy. You're the man to talk to as well if people want an allotment, are you?
Yeah, I mean, also we have a Facebook group, and a lot of people sometimes come on there and say, "I'm looking for an allotment, where do I go?" So I'll then, I'll message them and say, "Oh, you need to talk to this email," or go into the parish council offices. And I think, I haven't done it yet, but there was talk about before where, the council aren't ever free to give a allotment tour, for a vacant plot or anything. That'd probably be my job, but I've not had to do that just yet.
You'd be adding more work now to for yourself. What do you say to younger people then, in particular, Lawrence, who want to get into gardening, but they're not quite sure how to start?
I think definitely helping out asking if there is any family members that need any help. Asking them probably first to see if it's definitely a route that you want to go down. If they are a keen gardener, or if they just want to go straight, head first into an allotment to get one, they're fairly cheap. They're sort of, I think a full plot for us is about £80 a year, but it does vary up and down the country. Obviously, depends on location and stuff like that. But yeah, it is a massive help, and you learn so many skills, and it opens up so many pathways for you, so job careers and stuff like that.
I can imagine. How can we follow your progress then, Lawrence?
So I'm on Instagram, Facebook, and starting up a YouTube channel eventually, but I am on Instagram at the Lincolnshire Allotment.
All right then. Well, we shall go and have a look, and thank you so much for your time this morning. Lawrence Motley there, encouraging the next generation to get into gardening, and you can follow his progress, as he said, on Instagram at the Lincolnshire Allotment.